Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into a bold design decision that has the potential to either leave you living in a dream or trapped in a nightmare. I'm of course talking about your entire house being the same paint color. One paint color for all the walls in your home. Is it a recipe for disaster or a stroke of genius and simplicity? We're about to separate the heck yes from the oh heck no's when it comes to monochromatic marvelousness. Today's sponsor is us. ThePaintPeople.com is your go-to destination for quality paint and paint supplies. Whether you're a do-it-yourself enthusiast or a professional painter, we have everything you need to make your project a success. Visit our website today and discover a world of colors, quality, and convenience. And as a thank you for supporting us on YouTube, use coupon code JAMES5 for 5% off your order. So let's be honest, painting your entire home the same color is kind of a gamble, a design commitment that can either create a really clear sense of flow and serenity or leave your space feeling kind of boring. We've all seen those Pinterest photos of really sleek, monochromatic dream homes, but translating that online inspiration to your own reality can be very tricky. On this channel, I often talk about the concept of a main color, which essentially can be something you use throughout your home as your one singular color. I don't often recommend doing that for a lot of people because it can feel a little monotonous, but I think it's important to realize that that can be an option for you. But before you grab that 5-gallon pail of Gentleman's Gray and start rolling, there are first going to be some crucial things you need to consider. So here's why a one color casa might not be for everyone. So the first one is dark colors can be spooky. If you really love a charcoal gray or a navy blue, these can be extremely dramatic and sophisticated paint colors that you can use in certain parts of your home. But in a whole house application, they can make a space feel like a cave. They can feel oppressive. This is especially the case if it lacks natural light. One of the big reasons I would say not to paint your whole house a color is if you wanted to go dark. I just think it's going to be way too foreboding. Dark colors, I feel, are much better in smaller pockets just to sort of accentuate certain spaces. But then also, I think the opposite is true. Beware of the boring zone. Sticking with an overly neutral beige or cream tones throughout your entire house can really create a monotonous atmosphere. These colors might be safe and versatile and highly recommended by me in a lot of cases, but they can lack personality and can make your space feel uninspired if that's all you're relying on. So unless you have a lot of really awesome furniture that you've collected over the years that you want to feature, and you don't really care about the walls kind of blending into being nothing, I would probably tread softly when it comes to just a light beige color.
Let's tread softly.
The third thing is size matters, okay? This might seem obvious, but the size of your house plays a big role. I find when you have a larger home, some more space to work with, I think it's in your best interest to at least explore the potential of using more colors because it can help visually section off certain parts rather than just feeling like one open space. I know some people like that, like the open concept feel. I just think the larger your home, the more opportunity you have to experiment with color and choosing different things. In a smaller space, I tend to prefer sticking with one color because it'll allow everything to feel a little more open because you don't have things cut off with different colors. It's just all unified. So I think honestly, the smaller you go, the more I like the idea of the one color approach. Okay, so maybe a whole house color isn't for everyone, but fear not. I think there are ways to make this design choice work. First, if your home is blessed with abundant natural light, I feel like picking a light color that is sort of neutral is actually a pretty fantastic choice. It's going to bring so much light back into this space, and this is going to bounce sunshine all over the room, making it feel really airy and just vibrant, which I think is really nice. I wouldn't necessarily pick a paint color that is too high on the lightness scale because you're really going to lose a lot of that depth and that nuance, and you're going to have that color feel pretty washed out with big windows everywhere. So something with a little richness I think is quite nice. Of course, picking one color is going to be great for all my minimalist masters out there. Picking a single color creates a clean backdrop, allowing your furniture and artwork to take center stage. So you can think of your walls as a canvas, a literal painter's canvas, and then you can carefully curate pieces and allow them to truly shine. The single color option is great for people that don't really care about the walls. They care about everything else in the space. And another thing is, I feel like you can get away with one paint color in your home, the more texture you have in the space. Don't underestimate the power of textiles, woods, of rattan, jute, things like that that can add that much more to the space. Even brick walls. Like if you have an interior painted brick wall, that same paint color is going to look completely different when painted on drywall or plaster. So sometimes You don't even need to worry about color because texture is doing the job for you. And then I think one of the perfect use cases for a very monochromatic paint color scheme using one color on the walls, it's for the people that love to change things up in their accessories. So if you're the type of person that likes to change up your throw pillows every year, and you get candles that kind of match the vibe as well, and you just like to change things up, I think the best way to do that is to have something neutral all over the walls, so it's not going to pull focus or clash in a weird way, so that you can switch up those accessories whenever you want. It's much easier to change out a few things rather than repaint all the walls. So if you are thinking of diving in and picking your one paint color to rule them all, number one, choose your color wisely. Not all colors are created equal for whole house paint jobs. Darker colors are going to make your home feel like a giant castle and more like the spooky medieval kind, not Edinburgh Castle, okay? That place is beautiful. Very bright colors, especially vibrant yellows and oranges and reds, they can be overwhelming. So I would consider colors that are calming and versatile, like maybe some soft greens, warm light taupes, grays, even really pale blues. Next, you have to consider the lighting you get. How much natural light does your space receive? And are your windows north facing? That can maybe feel a bit cooler and lacking sunshine. Perhaps it might be wise to opt for warmer tones or consider adding strategic lighting to counteract your lack of natural light. Light is almost always a good thing when it comes to interiors. And then of course, sample, sample, sample. Don't just rely on paint swatches or more specifically your phone for ideas. Get samples and paint larger poster boards. Move them around the room at different times of the day to see how the light affects the color. This way you can avoid any nasty color surprises once you've committed to painting the entire house. With careful planning and the right approach, painting your entire house one color can be a design triumph. It can create a cohesive, calming, and stylish space, but it's all about finding that perfect balance between color and comfort. If you want even more content from the Paint People, check out our Patreon. We have new videos every single Sunday that you guys can check out, and we have another video right over here on YouTube.